Hello, hello. Kim Gultom here with Creating Legacy Wellness. I'm excited to be connecting with you today. I am going to be sharing with you my easy peasy, no nut peanut butter cookies. So you might be wondering, how are they no nut but peanut butter? Well, you have a few options. I have several family members who are allergic to nuts, so it has been my mission that when I do find a peanut butter recipe or relook at one from my mom from childhood, that I try to figure out how can I make that recipe without nuts. So many people are having nut allergies these days. So one of the things that I have found to be an incredible alternative is sunflower butter or sunflower seeds. And then you can make your own sunflower butter using sunflower seeds. So this recipe tastes like peanut butter cookies, but it's made with sunflower butter. Now, with that being said, if you don't have an allergy and you prefer peanut butter, you can easily substitute the sunflower butter for peanut butter, cashew butter, almond butter, right? And the list goes on. So pick your favorite nut butter if you choose not to do the sunflower butter. And this is a very easy recipe. I'm going to have the recipe below to keep it super easy, but everything goes into the food processor, and then we're going to bake it for 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. One thing I will note, and I have this in the recipe, I do use 1 cup of dates, and I prefer them a little bit softer. So I've added 4 tablespoons of water, and I just soak them in the water for about 15 minutes. Just to make it easier for the food processor. Now, if you have a high-powered food processor, it probably won't matter, but just my preference. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start adding in the ingredients. So we've got dates. So we are using no refined sugar in this recipe. Here is my sunflower butter, which literally looks to me and tastes to me just like peanut butter. And then I can also make sure I have the ability to give some to my sister. Here is a little bit of baking soda. Flax meal. It's a great binder. Apple cider vinegar. Vanilla extract. Vanilla extract always makes me so happy. And you can leave it just there. And you could make the no-nut peanut butter cookies just like this. But you could also add in some chocolate chips, make it a little fun. Okay. And here we go. Wow. That's it. That was so easy. So here we are, a no flour, no refined sugar recipe for your donut peanut butter cookies. And of course, if you're using peanut butter, that's fine too. Just whatever is easiest and best for you and your family. So, gonna move things around here a little bit. I'm going to move the food processor over. I got it suction cupped to make sure it wouldn't go flying. Okay, so now I'm ready for my cookies. So you saw that was super fast in the food processor. Very, very fast. So I'm just going to put everything right in here, because if you're familiar with making a traditional peanut butter cookie, it's easier to roll them. Okay, so I've got everything in here, and I'm just going to use my hands. I took all my rings off and obviously washed my hands before the video, right? And I'm just going to make a ball. And this recipe will yield about 12 to 14 of these. And I try to make them close to like the size of a quarter. And of course, some may turn out a little bit bigger. That's up to you if you want to try to, work with that and make them just a little smaller. So this is a flavor-packed recipe without having all the calories that come with refined sugar or flour, for that matter, right? Instead, you have a product that's going to have a lot of nutrition. Nuts have a lot of protein. Sunflower seeds have a lot of protein. So whether you're using sunflower butter or nut butter, you're still going to have protein. And then, of course, you can still do with these the same way, at least I do the same way that my mom used to do. Let me just grab a fork here real quick. And you just pierce them, so that you can have the fork imprint like a traditional nut butter cookie. But again, I'm using sunflower butter. One thing I have noticed in the past when I bake with sunflower butter is that if I use baking powder, it oxidizes with the sunflower butter and tends to make the cookie or the brownie or whatever baked item I'm making turn green. So if you were to ever use baking powder and you saw it turn green, nothing has gone bad overnight. It's just the way the sunflower butter oxidizes with baking powder. I use baking soda, and I've already tested this with the sunflower butter. It does not turn green in this case, so we are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead, put it in the oven. I've already had the oven preheated at 350. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes, and then we'll be back here in just a few minutes to see what that's like. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, we are back, and the cookies are done. It's very exciting. So now I like to take them off my cookie tray and put them on my cookie drying rack to make sure that they don't cook any longer than they need to. But they look just like regular peanut butter cookies, except these are using sunflower butter. And now I'm ready for my cookies for my guests, for a holiday, for any event. Plus, it could just be because I want to, right? You don't have to have an event. But one thing I can say is I feel guilt-free when I eat these because they are full of really healthy ingredients. So I'm going to post the recipe below. Feel free to let me know how it goes for you. You might have to play with the oven time just based on elevation and where you live and whether you have gas or electric. But I'd love to hear your thoughts if you have any variations, because of course you could always add M&Ms. You could do lots of different things. You could add peppermint crunch around the Christmas holiday. You can get really creative with your cookies and making them a little healthier every time. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.